This is an experiment that I'm running in Tinkercad. Right here, we have a vehicle that is about 5.5 tons with 430 Newton meters of torque. And then we have a Homer bucket, no lid, for $3.98, 80 pounds of gray high strength concrete mix for $5.98. We have the concrete here with a link for that. We have the Homer bucket here with a link for that. We have the rebar. It is 1/2 inch rebar, 20-foot lengths, and the link for that. And that for the 3 pieces out of the 4 that you'd get from the 20-foot, it is $8.24 for a total of about $20.50. These are simulations of a 55-gallon drum filled with water, and you can get 55-gallon drums all over Marketplace or Craigslist. Lots of companies that do any kind of industrial work have a bunch of these to get rid of. Sometimes they even pay to get rid of them, but you can get them for free or paid. And you shouldn't pay more than like $20 a piece for them. But like I said, you can get them free all the time. To construct this, I would get a heavy duty bolt cutter or a angle grinder from a place like Harbor Freight Tools for about $10 with some cutoff wheels, and measure 4-foot lengths of the rebar, mark them with chalk, and then cut them. And then I would make holes in the Homer bucket with a drill, and then wire the 3 pieces of rebar together at about the halfway point at 90 degrees. If you have a welder, you could tack them. You don't need to. And then fill up the bucket with concrete. And the concrete will set completely in 24 hours, but you can use it a little bit before that. You'll get your ideal strength in about 72 hours. And we'll go ahead and enter the simulation now. Please do note that this is just a simulation, and I am not encouraging anything. It is an experiment for scientific purposes. And we'll go ahead and play it. Also note that this does not take into account any kind of deformation. I was not able to get a particularly ideal acceleration for the vehicle, but it does have about the right amount of torque. And depending on how these are arranged, it can cause a significant barrier. If I move this over just a little bit, then we'll get kind of a different sample. But we'll go ahead and drive. And this is also not including any kind of deformation of the ground either. But you'll notice it did completely come to a stop there. And we can take it here and give it kind of an angle. And then play it here. And obviously your goal here is to give people time to move out of the way, to potentially protect civilians, or at least slow things down. And if you layer these differently or put other kinds of uh, devices or constructions in the way, you may change your odds a little bit. But this is, keep in mind, an extremely heavy, powerful vehicle. And at the right angle, even a single one of these with a barrel is stopping it from proceeding. I hope you found this informative and educational. And if anyone does any real world experiments with these, I would love to know the results. Thank you so much for your time.